Ever wanted to talk about something completely useless? Well, I sure have. So, cheat codes. I personally love them. Not sure about all of you, but I love these things. It's just really sad to see that cheat codes aren't the big cool thing anymore. The only thing cool now is whenever you're gaming in 8K or 4K and at like 500 FPS. That's what everyone cares about now. But cheat codes are like the thing for me. Sure, I didn't grow up in the time of cheat codes at all. I mostly grew up in gaming related to a higher quality for console gaming, and then PC gaming started becoming a big thing, which is now leads us to everything needs to be 16K, 1000 FPS. But I love cheat codes, man. And that's why I wanted to look at my cheat code book today to just show off what I have. Nothing really good, but there's a couple things on here. It's just... I really wish that more companies would get back into cheat codes. I know the only one that I think still does cheat codes is Rockstar with like all their GTA games and Red Dead Redemptions, I think. But I think mostly GTA games. Now, sure, GTA 6 is delayed for 2026 now. Let's hope they're gonna cook on cheat codes. But for now, yeah. Of course, we got this Earthbound book. I don't know if this is official. I'm guessing it's official, right? Because it's got the Earthbound logo on it. Like, I'm sure, like, they would definitely sue people that would use it. But yeah, I used that. This was originally going to be used as an Earthbound strategy book for like Earthbound Beginnings, Earthbound, and Mother 3. Ain't no way all three of those games are fitting in this. Ain't no way. And that's why with like a little bit, once I open this up, there's going to be like tons of eraser marks because I was originally starting on like Earthbound Beginnings, and now it says dedicatedly cheat codes, which is for the better. Surprisingly though, even though that I like cheat codes and all, especially with how Rockstar continues to use them, I don't think that GTA is in this book. At all. I think it's just mostly like retro titles. But yeah, let's open her up and see what we got here. Oh yeah, name reveal, guys. There's my name. Yeah. So, of course, got the Konami code. I don't even know why I wrote this here. This is a complete waste. I know this off the top of my head any day. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Oh my god, my camera's about to fall. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for Genesis. Why does my... Okay, my arm's just straight up in the way. I'm gonna have to do it like this. Of course, we got debug mode and level select. Cool. Sonic 2. Level select. The entire weird thing to do that. Like, Sonic 2's level select code is absurd, dude. And then, of course, the debug mode, all Chaos Emeralds, Knuckles in Sonic 2, that's pretty cool. Glad that's there. Yeah, I always forget that Knuckles in Sonic 2 was completely different. Like, the original Genesis version, at least. I know that it shares with it now with, like, remakes or remasters, I mean. All Chaos Emeralds is surprisingly different. Who knows why it's like that? Sonic 3 Knuckles, surprisingly not Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is like really absurd, and you have to be extremely fast, and I don't have enough reaction time to do that. Level select sound test. The cool thing I like about Sonic 3 Knuckles is that you actually like unlock these after when you beat the game, I believe. And I think that's pretty cool. It gives you some extra content to mess around with. Sure, it kind of blows if you actually wanted to like cheat in the game, but you know, it's cool. I like it. Sonic CD surprisingly comes after 3 Knuckles, which is odd. Sure. Of course, the hidden pictures, which is pretty cool. These are hidden pictures as well, but, you know, it's just the ones that actually do the cheat codes. Not sure about the special stage of that as a picture, though. Sonic 1 Mobile and Origins. Now, it doesn't have the level select, which is odd for Sonic 1. I know it's just like up, down, left, right, which is really easy to do. And then on mobile for Sonic 1 and 2, it's just like you press on the Sega logo when you're playing as, I don't know, Sonic Alone or something. You press the S, E, G, A, and Sega, and then you hold your 2 thumbs down, and then you're in the level select. So that's kind of cool that they figured out a way to put it on mobile. Sonic 2 mobile as well, secret settings, Proto Palace, which is only exclusive to mobile. I hate Sega for removing Proto Palace from the Sonic 2 remaster in Sonic Origins. Why did they remove that? That was like one of the greatest parts about it. Now the unused song is actually used for nothing. And also it really bugs me too how Proto Palace doesn't use like the Mystic Cave 2 player like the prototype does. I kind of prefer the Proto Palace to use that because that's what the prototype used it for. And then for the actual Hidden Palace, I'd say use the unused song for it because Mystic Cave 2 player, Casino Night 2 player, and Emerald Hill 2 player is, well, used in the 2-player versus, so use the unused song for something, you know? It's kind of a little nitpick that I have, but Sega, for the love of God, stop removing some history that you have in Sonic Origins. I have absolute beef with Sonic Origins, but I love it at the same time. I have a very complicated relationship with it. Sonic 3 Knuckles Origins, I loved the cheat codes in Sonic 3 Knuckles Origins. There was so many that they added in here, of course you got your typical level select, debug mode, of course, that was already in the original. All Chaos Emeralds, I don't think was in the original. Super Peel Out, which is just max control, I think. Not sure about classic mode though, with like drop dash disabled. It could just be Super Peel Out, so I just wrote it as Super Peel Out. A Flight for Supersonic, which is kind of like Sonic Mania's Supersonic final boss. Sonic 3 Alone branding, which is if you're playing like Sonic 3 Knuckles, like the title cards would say Sonic 3 Knuckles. And then in Sonic and Knuckles, it would say Sonic and Knuckles in the title cards for each zone. And then Sonic 3, it would say Sonic 3. It kind of sucks that Sonic and Knuckles isn't in there, but I'll take that. I wish that they kind of had that. Blue Shields only, which is pretty cool. Camera lock, which is, I guess, cool. But I kind of prefer Sonic not having the camera lock sometimes. No super theme. Thank God that's there, because the super theme in Sonic Origins sucks. I hate the Sonic 4 style soundtracks. I don't know why they do that. Random monitors is pretty cool. Monitors only drop bananas, and then it's like a reference to like the Super Monkey Ball, which that's really cool. No items or special stages, which is kind of a cool challenge mode, and then Infant Continues for classic mode. Also love that. I just really love those cheat codes in this. They have a lot of selections for them. It's really cool. Then you got Sonic City 2011 Origins, same stuff, and then I have like a note saying that there's just same as the original, but no longer FM section. And then stage select is Tails. I forgot that you can do that. Does Origins have like a one for Knuckles? Or an Amy? Because now with like Origins Plus, of course, like they should have totally added like new cheat codes for that to have stage select as Knuckles and Amy, or maybe even update the stage select to choose your character between Sonic alone, Tails alone, Knuckles alone, Amy alone. And as well, I really wish that there was like Sonic and Tails and Amy and Tails and Knuckles and Tails partner up in Sonic CD as well. And then Sonic 3 Knuckles should have totally had Knuckles and Tails paired up. I swear that one of the trailers had like Knuckles and Tails paired up in like the actual single player mode of Sonic 3. And I don't know why they removed it. I think it had something to do with like Knuckles was able to access like Sonic sections with Tails. Which, like, for example, like the fan remaster of Sonic 3 Air, it gave you achievements out of that. Like, who cares? It's just a new way to play those games. Maybe even make it exclusive to like anniversary mode or something, if you want people to play classic mode in the original way. Yet you add the spin dash in Sonic 1 to classic mode. But yeah, just a little ramble there. See, I have a really complicated relationship with Origins, man. Okay. Anyways, we got Donkey Kong Country. Because it's funny. This one's to fight over turns in the 2-player team. That's an interesting cheat code. Bonus stage select. cool. 50 lives, barrel. It's supposed to spell barrel, but because there's no E button, it says A. So it's close enough. Sound test. Why is sound test a cheat code? Maybe. Oh wait. Meanwhile, the Sonic games. Okay, I should not be talking about that. Sonic 3 Blast DX. Okay, so this is a 100% 3 save file. So if everyone wants that, there you go. Basically, Sonic 3D Blast DX is like an official mod made by one of the developers of Sonic 3D Blast for the PC version of Sonic 3D Blast used in Sega Genesis Classics. And it adds like lots of things like Supersonic once you get all the 7 Chaos Emeralds, a better camera, more balanced special stages, which means like you can only get like 1 Chaos Emerald per zone, which kind of sucks, but I'll take that. Like, it's a lot more balanced than just getting all the Chaos Emeralds in like the first zone. I think that makes a lot more sense. But then Sonic 2, like the original, you are able to get like all the Chaos Emeralds in Emerald Hill, so I guess it's kind of sucks for like speedrunning, but it's a lot better for like genuine balance. But yeah, better camera, which I don't think it really needed it that much, but now you're able to see a little bit further too in the direction that you're facing, which is cool. And as well, flickies, that when you take damage, they're more likely to come back to you easily, so now you won't get like soft-locked in like Volcano Valley or something for the birds just forever flying on the lava and you can't tell where to jump. I actually had that happen to me, that's why I'm saying that. And as well, I think as well it tells you what birds are missing, like it has a little jump square or whatever. I don't know, it's just a lot of extra tweaks that were needed, but also not needed at the same time, but it's definitely really good. I really love this version of the game. But yeah, Sonic 1 and 2 mobile level select. Okay, so this was later. I explained that earlier. There's a tap every letter in the Sega logo. I think that's about it for cheat codes. Oh wow, it actually isn't. Okay, blue sphere. Okay, so this is my current password for that I'm on. The Blue Sphere is like the game that you get from locking Sonic 1 onto Sonic & Knuckles. You can probably use this in Sonic Origins as well, in the Blue Spheres. I just prefer calling it Blue Sphere because of Sonic Mega Collection Plus, or I guess it's called that in Mega Collection, the original Mega Collection as well. But I've owned Mega Collection Plus and not Mega Collection. And Mega Collection Plus was like my first Sonic compilation I owned. Or maybe the second one. It's really faulty memory at this point. It could have been Origins, but I think it might have been Mega Collection Plus. Yeah, this is the current password. I don't think I ever updated it yet, but I think I might have. I think this is the current one. Kirby's Dream Land, because I own the original Game Boy title. After when you beat the game and you get extra game, which is up A and select at the same time, and then you get a harder mode, which is just the same level design but with more enemies. And then when you beat the game again, you get config mode, which I think is just you're able to give Kirby a custom amount of lives, health, stuff like that. Even a sound test is in there, I think. I don't know, tons of... You can technically just search these up online. Like, you're not required to beat the game to find these out because there's no, like, battery save feature on Kirby's Dream Land, but it's kind of cool that it's there. It's extra bonus stuff, you know? Earthbound, because this is technically not a cheat code book, it's more of a passwords, tips, and tricks as well. So maybe this is technically clickbait in a way, because not all these are cheat codes. But these are like a little extra things that you can do. So in the final boss, you can actually use Pooh's Brain Shock Alpha, or I guess any Brain Shock, but Alpha is like the cheapest one. So you can actually like cheese the final boss for him to like damage himself, along with using Paula's Prey, of course, which is how you actually need to beat the final boss. But using Brain Shock is like the way to go if you want to like not get that much damage and you don't want Paula to like die, because you need Paula to beat the fight. Or if not, like, you're cooked, you're done. But as well, the last bit is actually Game Boy Color palettes. So this is like stuff you can use in like Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance with like original Game Boy titles. You have to press like combinations with like the D-pad and B and A buttons. Not sure about the start and select. I think it says BA and the D-pad. So I have my own personal preference on them. You have to like press them at the same time to do certain combinations. Like there's like tons of them. I think it would only be like around like 50-ish color palettes. You know, it adds more stuff to your Game Boy games. It's still like clearly it's made with black and white in mind, but it just adds extra color if you're into that kind of thing. It's kind of like required anyways, because I don't think you're even able to do like pure gray with Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance for original Game Boy cartridges. Could be. I think you probably could. Not sure about full green as well. I think you might be able to do pure gray, but I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to check that out. But for Kirby games, I use Ryzen A, which makes like the sprites like pink for Kirby, and then the green for the rest of the grounds. But yeah. And then Donkey Kong 94, even though that it has its own special color palette with like the Super Game Boy in mind, I prefer like this up, which just makes like Donkey Kong brown instead of like a more reddish color. Now sure, that kind of like ruins like some of the red like pillars and stuff from the original like Donkey Kong sections, if you know what I'm talking about, with like the 25M and then there's like red balance beams everywhere. It makes it brown instead, but I just like it a lot better. But with that, that's everything I have in my cheat code book for right now. I might update on this in the future. Probably not. This is just a very odd thing to look at, you know? Yeah, don't mind me doing that. That's definitely not hiding anything there. But yeah, it's cool. I love cheat codes. I really wish that companies would get back into making more cheat codes other than just Rockstar with GTA games, because clearly they're unreliable on that if they're going to continuously delay GTA 6.